So today it's time for another update of the entire snake room. I haven't done one of these in a few months, and I think it's time that I should do one. So what you're seeing now is my 3 racks that I have at the moment. The one to the far left is my newest Vision Products rack. It's for adult females. It holds 41 quart tubs and it is 7 high. We've got the middle rack, which is the baby rack, and then the rack to the right is the Animal Plastics rack, and I keep my adult males and some of the grow-up snakes in there. And that baby rack in the center, I forgot to tell you, was a sea serpents rack. So the changes to the room was to the right. I had that 4 foot by 2 foot by like 1 foot boa cage. So my pair of common boas I ended up selling them when I thought I was moving, but that's a story for another day. So let's get on to see what's in the racks. Alright guys, we're starting with the adult female rack. I have 7 slots in this, only 3 are filled at the moment with the breeder females. And what you're looking at is a 2012 albino female. She just is recovering from laying a clutch about in February. Her babies have hatched out and everything. She's doing great. I took her hide out, if you're wondering about that. She's one of the snakes I like to keep a hide with just so that she feels more comfortable. But yeah, she's doing good. Getting back up to size and eating great. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oop. There it is. Get it good. Alright, next up is this 2014 spider female. She was one of the babies I raised up, and she is completely gravid right now. As you can see, she's in her water bowl trying to cool down a little bit. It's pretty hot up in the snake room right now. I need to turn on the air conditioning. But yeah, she's doing great, and it shows that, you know, just with regular feeding and a comfortable snake that's not stressed out, that in under 2 years she will breed. So she's going to lay her eggs before she even turns 2 years old. She won't be 2 until the end of July. So yeah, really pretty snake. Eats great, really bright, no head wobble. Little head wobble, but definitely a happy snake. Pull that back a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. All right, on to the next one. Alright, so this is my pastel female. Now this is the female I thought was going to lay like 2 months ago. I think I made a video. But she is literally like a week away from laying. She's full of eggs. I mean, she's laid, the past 2 years she laid in May each year. So I don't know why I thought that this year would be different. So that was my mistake. But yeah, she's doing great. She was bred to the Champagne Pastel and the Spectre male as well. So we'll see who the father was to that clutch. So exciting, got 2 more females that are gonna lay. All right, let's move to the baby rack. All right guys, bear with me. I'm trying to get the best shots for you, getting a little bit better at this. So what you're looking at right here is the albino spider, the first, one of the first babies out from the clutch of this year, first clutch. She's a female, she's eating great, and she is for sale. She's about 80 grams. Great snake. Cool pattern. I wish that the whites didn't fade as much on these guys once they get older, but beautiful. All right, on to the next one. So originally when I told you guys about this clutch, I thought that I had a male in the clutch, but it's looking like they're all females, which isn't an issue, but I think I was wrong, you know. So this is a cool albino female. She has not eaten yet. She's around 70 grams, but those alien heads are missing on this snake, and the female, or the mother of this clutch, she had alien heads. So I thought that was pretty cool. The other ones, I mean, it varies, I guess, but nice high contrast, beautiful snake, doing well. Looks like she wants to bite me. On to the next one. Now this girl has eaten. And as you can see, there's those alien heads. But again, high contrast. Pretty snake. I'm selling these for $200 each. The albino spider I'm selling for $300. So hopefully I'll have enough babies this year to vend at a show, but it's gonna be another, a few months for that. Alright, one more. This first clutch was only 4 eggs, all hatched, no slugs. This little girl hasn't eaten yet, and she's a little in between from the other two. She's got reduced alien heads, but again, high contrast, beautiful snake. I'd be happy to keep any of these back. I just put them all up for sale and see what sells and what doesn't, Where's that? There it is, right there. You gotta get that perfect lineup for the great shot. Getting a little bit better at making these videos. Alright, let's move on to the final rack. Since the collection is still pretty small, I'm going to pull all these guys out individually for you guys to see. This is a 2013. I might be pulling that out of my ass. Yeah, 2013 head anery female, Kenyan Samboa. She's almost 400 grams. And I love the oranges on this girl. You'll see later on I've got another female that's same morph obviously than natural Kenyan Samboa, but just the oranges are not as great. So I think this is a great example of this snake. Alright, next snake up. And guys, I do keep my Kenyans in small groups. Let's say some people may have issues with that, saying, well, they might eat each other. And I guess maybe that's always a chance, but I don't feed them together. I separate them for that, but it just makes it so I can keep them, keep more of them, honestly. So this is my striped Kenyan. I'm trying to get that perfect distance so that it shows up. Look at that. That's beautiful. And she is a 2014. She is also head anery. Eating, she'll eat like fuzzy rats at the moment. I think she's eating. Cool belly pattern on this. So yeah, so I'll have 4 females to 1 male this year. Or hopefully I'll have them breeding by this winter or spring. But we shall see. Next up is the Inchy Spinner, picked up from Ben Rennick. This is a 2014. He's really pretty shy, but that's okay. He's already started breeding for me. Hopefully he fathers the clutches here, but who knows. I threw him in right at the end of the year. Where's your head? Pick your head up. They won't be able to see your Inchy. There it is. Cool. Good shot. So yeah. Pretty neat. It'd be cool to get those 2 morphs that I don't have that I do have in him into the babies, because I don't have any other pinstripe or Inchy in the collection. I produced this little girl last year. She's a 2015 Bumblebee head albino. And I produced 4 of these actually. Sold the other 3. and kept this one. I thought she was the best representation of the gene. Let's see if I pull that light away if it looks better. That might look a little bit better. Yeah, she's around 600 grams. She was born in last June, so she's doing pretty great. No real head wobble, look at that. Try to keep the spiders that don't have head wobble, or don't, you know, show it. Yeah, hopefully she'll be up to size next year, and I'll throw her in with one of my, well, probably throw her into an albino project, who knows, maybe I'll throw the banana to her. Up next, this is the 2014 Champagne Pastel male. He'll hopefully father some clutches this year. Sorry about my nails, guys, these are disgusting. Just got off work. Ruining the snakes. Do not let those deter you from staring at these snakes. But yeah, he's like 700 grams. Good snake, eats well. Hopefully he'll produce some champagnes for me this year. Maybe some super pastels. Up next is another pair of, well, when I say pair, I mean living quarters pair. They both live in the same tub of Kenyan Samboas. This is an Anery. She's a 2012. She's like 350 grams. Beautiful snake. And every time I get a new Sambo, I'm like thinking that I'm gonna breed them, and I just have not been successful yet. But that's because I bought all females for the past like 5 years. Beautiful. Alright, next up, this snake is the snake I've had longest in the collection, just because I've had other snakes longer, or I had other snakes longer, but I ended up selling them. But this is the oldest one I have in the collection. She's a 2011 normal Kenyan, and if you notice from what I was talking about, the oranges just aren't as bright on the snake. See if the light might help on this one. Yep. A little washed out, which is pretty cool, but just not what I'm looking for in a perfect normal Kenyan Sambo, right? She is like right around 500 grams. And we're getting to the end of this rack. I picked this guy up in February. He's a 2015 Banana Sable. Take this light away again, just so that we can see him better. Speckling's coming in quite nice on him, but I still like the oranges and the purple. It's getting dark out, it's harder to see, but that is a good shot right there. He's like 250 grams, maybe 300 grams. Good snake, eating frozen thawed. Try not to look at my fingers. Just stare at the snake. Sounded weird. Alright guys, final snake. And this collection update will be over. This is the father to the albino spider, and it's my 2012 male albino spider. And remember what I said? The whites fade out, but you can still see the stripes of the spider pattern. They're just yellow. Beautiful red eye. I love albinos. Albinos are awesome, I think. So yeah, he's a 2012. He's like 800 grams, 900 grams. Happy, healthy snake. Doing wonderful. He's fathered a few clutches for me. One last year, one this year. And we're gonna take it out on this guy. That was my entire collection. That's pretty cool. I can still do an entire collection update on film, and it's not too long, you know. So guys, if you want to, well, not if you want to, follow my social media. So get on Facebook, search Columbus Constrictors. I think I've got 30 likes on there. I'm getting huge on there. Just joking. Instagram, I really love Instagram. Follow me. I'll have the link in the description. I will have it at the end of this video. And even if you want to follow me on Twitter, I don't really post a lot of snake stuff on there, but you'll be able to tell my personality a little better, maybe hear about things that I have to say outside of what you hear on my snake videos. And this is the end, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I love making these videos. Love growing this collection. Alright guys, see ya.